Maybe our lives were not meant to collide from the start, but who could foresee the fall? Maybe it's time to decide.
Hi guys, Liz here, aka Isabel Sharon, aka Bondo Babe, Liz for Paris Adored, and all my bots. Oh, actually, speaking of my bots, I actually logged them out when I closed Namaste, and I haven't really logged them back in. So they're somewhere in some sort of virtual space at the moment, sort of hanging around thinking, where are we? Oh, it's just because I need to change them. Oh, some days. I know that sounds silly, but I do need to change their clothes on a regular basis, because I can't stand looking at people in the same clothes all day long. It just makes me think, oh God, have a shower. So I will log them in. I might actually put them at my home, and I might put them in the garden at the picnic table. I've got a picnic table. They can sit at the picnic table, keep me company when I log in. Yeah. Well, what can I say about this week? Not a whole lot, actually. I haven't got much news. I know that makes it a strange thing. Yeah, I know. I have got a request to talk about something, but I decided not to do that today, because I think I need to research a little bit better. But I think that's what I need to do, because it's quite a serious topic, and I need to research a little bit better and collect some information, so that when I do talk about it, I'm talking about it from a perspective that I've got some more understanding about it. I mean, the subject that I'm going to talk about is an intense subject for many people, and I do have an understanding of it because I suffer from it myself. However, that doesn't mean I'm an authority on it. So I thought I'm going to do a little bit of research before I sit here going blah, 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 blah. I think that's best. I think that's one of the things that I always feel, that when you are going to talk about something and you might give some opinions or whatever, it's always good to be armed with the knowledge behind it, so that you're tackling that with with knowledge. Yeah, that's what I mean, with knowledge. Anyhow, as everyone has probably seen, I did Harriet Parker this weekend. Yeah, Harriet has been quiet for a while. Harriet decided to go on holiday because, frankly, Harriet had enough. She was about to go on strike, actually. She was really suffering. So she went on holiday, or rather I sent her on holiday, and she's having a jolly good time. That's all right. So I have done that. And frankly, I've never laughed so much. I know, laughing at your own fun stuff. I know that's really sad, but I have never laughed so much doing it. And the reason why is because I did it at night. I did it Saturday night, and my building was fairly quiet. So people were probably at home, downstairs or next door, watching television, watching good old X Factor, or watching a film, and then all they could hear was Harriet's voice. Oh, I'm having such a great time. Tequila. Yeah, exactly. And I think, oh, they must be sitting downstairs going, what the is she doing up there? But yeah, I did. I have to say, I had so much fun doing that. I was just like, oh, I might become Harriet Parker permanently. Yes, she has a jolly good time. Anyhow, I actually am not going to talk about anything today. I know. Well, nothing in particular, because I just wanted to make it a light-hearted thing. Although the one part that's not light-hearted, anyone that read my blog in the last few days will know that I had a little bit of a sort of about work. In in my workplace, there was a lady who, she worked at an office separate from the majority of us. So basically she was quite isolated. Even though there were people there, she was isolated from the team that we are. And she was always actually, from what I gather, always known as someone who did a great job and, you know, excelled, etc., etc. I don't know, but after the last sort of 7 months, that kind of deteriorated, and I don't really know what the quality of her work was or anything, you know. I don't performance monitor, so I wouldn't know that. But I do know she was struggling in the workplace, and I know she was struggling in her personal life. She's gone through quite a few awful things this year. And she really wanted to get out of the workplace, and I knew the reasons why, and how depressed she felt and how it made her ill. It did make her ill, and it made her challenge every day that she was coming into work, and she felt she couldn't come into work, and that kind of thing. Anyhow, I came back to work after being on my, I went on a 1-week training 2 weeks ago with the union, so I was away training for a week, and when I came back I was like, you know, hoping to make touch base and sort of catch up, and then I found out that she'd actually left. She'd actually left before she was supposed to. She just decided not to come back, and that actually has affected my whole week. Why? Because this lady told me how low she felt, but I couldn't really convey this to anyone because I was asked not to, and that made it hard for me, because I'm one of these people that when someone's really low and I know that something's going on, that I need to speak about it, I need to tell someone, but I was specifically asked not to, and that's what made it hard for me. To know that actually she felt forced to go was very difficult. She felt very isolated and alienated from many people in our team, and quite frankly, they did make her feel isolated and alienated. You know, I witnessed it on a daily basis, and I was not able to do anything about it because I was asked not to. I was asked not to comment. I was asked just not to do anything, and I have to respect someone's wishes. But frankly, it's just really upset me this week, and what has upset me even more so this week is that the people in the office that behave in this kind of way continue to raise her as a topic of discussion, which was even more difficult for me to deal with, because frankly I just wanted to say stop, just stop, you've done enough, but no, they continue to discuss her, and you know, and for those of us, and I know there is a few of us that didn't feel that way, it is a very difficult pill to swallow, as they say, because we're not you know, not like that, basically. Yeah, so that's kind of tainted my week. It's kind of like, made it difficult. Another interesting thing that happened to me this week is that someone approached me in Facebook, and yeah, that was it. At first I was like, what? Someone approached me in Facebook and asked me to, you know, just to write a paragraph about my most memorable moments in Second Life, and just, you know, if I could provide it. And this is interesting. This person is a fine arts student in the UK, and actually doing a project about Second Life. So I was a bit sort of like, oh, okay. And so I asked, you know, what is the project about? And I was told it's looking at the relationship between the real and virtual, and how we become attached to virtual identities. And I thought, you know what, that's actually really interesting. So I wrote this mega long paragraph, because you know me, I have to give it all. I can't just give like a few lines, I just give it all. But I'll be looking forward to seeing the results of that, because that'd be so cool to know that someone's in a place of learning and using our virtual platform as part of a project. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that, because I just think, wow, that's pretty good, and thank you for asking me to participate. I'm like, oh yeah, what can I say? Yeah. I've had a kind of a good weekend. Well, I had the little man over yesterday, and because I'm filming this Sunday yesterday. No. Okay. this is Monday. I'm filming this Sunday, and yesterday was Saturday. Okay? Right. Thank you. Okay, so I had the little man over, and he was over for the day, and oh my God, he can speak so many more words than he could the last time he was over. He's stringing together really good sentences. It's just like I'm having a proper conversations with this little person. And yesterday he was making me cups of tea with his little plastic cups, and but after about 50 cups of tea, I was like, oh, I need to stop now, Mason. This is too much. My acting skills for playing with children sort of like wears out after a while, because I just think, okay, let's have a burger now. But it was so much fun. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I don't know, it's kind of like, it's funny, when you have your own children, you adore them, and you just love them to bits and whatever, and you just love doing things with them. But when you're having a grandchild, I know, I'm a grandmother, yeah, okay, shh. When you have another little person come around, it's so much more different than when you have your own children. And I think the reason for that is when you have your own children, you've got all the worries of, their clothing, their food, the lack of sleep that you get, all that sort of thing. But when you've got someone that comes for the day and then you hand them back, you get to enjoy it so much more. I know. Who'd have thought? I'm not really a kid person, even though I had my own 2 children. I was only a kid person for them. To be honest, I'm not really a maternally type of person. I was when I was younger, but as I grew into an adult, I sort of wasn't. But I wanted to have a child. Go figure on that one. So I did. I had 2 children, and everyone knows I'm not the sort of mummy that sits down and let's bake a cake, Jonathan. I'm so not that kind of mother. I do things with children, and I do like learning things, but I've never been sort of that. I always kind of held back some parts of me in raising my kids. And there are different kinds of mothers, and I'm one of those other different kinds of mothers. But yeah, I am so different with this little young man, Mason. Yesterday we made cupcakes. Yeah, I know. I said, shall we bake cakes? He was like, yes, Grandma. And I'm like, Grandma, good boy. And he's like, so we're making cupcakes in the kitchen, and I put them in the oven. And when I got them out, let them cool down, he's going, cake? And I was like, yeah, let's have cake. And I gave him the cupcake. And I think this is where I went wrong. I put blueberries in the cupcakes. Well, they look pretty, and he's going, oh, look, as we're putting them in. But when they cook and you get them out and you break them apart, the blueberries are sort of like melted and whatever. And I guess they look like blood or a sore, because he was like, yuck. He didn't even try it, and he just refused. And he cried, bless him. He cried because he couldn't eat the cupcakes. And I'm like, oh, Christ. So I've got, and his mother doesn't like blueberries as it is. So I've got like 24 cupcakes at home now. So it looks like a cupcake a day for the next 24 days. Yep. I'm actually going to put some in the freezer and see if that works. I'm not really sure if that works. Can you freeze cupcakes? I don't know. I might try that. Oh God. Well, anyhow, today, which is your Monday, is my Sunday, and it is only 10:30 in the morning. It's 10:30 in the morning, and I'm still not dressed. I haven't had a shower. I haven't actually even had breakfast yet. It's been quite blissful. I've had the flat to myself since late yesterday afternoon, and it's been wonderful. I stayed up late. I know, I stayed up late. I stayed up late and went dancing with Jackson, and just had a good laugh. In the same place I filmed Harriet's holiday. Oh God! I just went dancing there, and it's just really fun. I have to say, I love animations in Second Life. They're just amazing, and some of these like Latin and salsa and bachata and merengue and all that kind of thing, they were so much fun because they looked so good. These creators just amaze me. They really amaze me how they get it so finely tuned. It looks so realistic, even down to the bum wiggle. I mean, the bum wiggle that she had was brilliant. Just like, I should have filmed it, actually. I should have filmed it, but Often when I'm actually just out with a friend, I don't do that. I tend to, I might take photos because like everyone likes a photo album, but I actually don't work per se, and I don't film and stuff because I just want to be involved in the conversation and have fun. But yeah, I might do that. I might go back and film some more of this because it just amazes me. Yeah. Oh yeah, and another thing I did, I spruced up one of my male avatars. Oh, he looks so fit. I don't know if it's possible to fancy your pretend person, but I do. I think, oh, yeah. I'm like, all I did was change his skin. Yeah, that was it. Changed his skin. Yeah. I wish in real life you could do that. I wish I could wake up today and go, I don't like that skin I'm in. I'm just going to pop a new one on. Just apply. Can you imagine if we could do that? Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wish. But today I look kind of like pale. Well, pale for me. Oliver's skin sort of tan most of the time, but I'm pale for me. And haggard and tired. Yeah, just looking old. Oh God. Oh, woe is me. I could still. Well, you want to get out the violins now because I am actually feeling quite mature these days. And I always do when it's strange. I love autumn and I love winter, but at the same time, I love sun. And as it gets into those months, I start to feel sort of old and not so perky. Apparently, that's called SAD. A seasonal something disorder. Maybe it is. And apparently a lot of people that feel this way go under sort of lamps. Me, I'm, do I want to sit under a lamp? I'm not really sure. I feel a bit silly doing that. I sit under a lamp when I'm at work. I sit under a lamp when I'm watching telly here, so that'll do. No, I know there's specific lamps and supposed to provide you with whatever that is that makes you feel good in the sun, vitamin D and something else. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, maybe I'll do that, or maybe I'll just go sit outside in the sun because even though it's cold, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't mind. I like it. I like cold weather, actually. I've decided I do like cold weather. I just want it sunny in the cold, not dismal. And we've had sort of on and off days like that. I'm rambling, aren't I? I know. I'm rambling only because I never came to Coffee with Isa with the topic. Shocking, I know. I did promise a topic every week. But because I've been so caught up in stuff, I just decided to ramble instead and be a little bit more lighthearted because the next topic is going to be less lighthearted and more serious, and probably it affects a lot of people. And like I said, I just want to research it a little bit better because there's nothing worse than vlogging about something you only know a small snippet about from your own experiences. And so what I'm planning to do actually is do a bit of research, and that is by talking to people. I'm going to talk to people that I know that have this issue, and I'm going to do some research online, and I'm going to find some groups, etc. And then I will do that particular Coffee with Isa. And I think that's the sensible way to do it. It definitely is. But yeah, anyhow. I am not going to keep you for long today. I'm actually going to go. I think I'm so eager to get back to Harriet. Yes, there is another episode. Harriet is on holiday in Ibiza. Yeah, she's on holiday in Ibiza. Whether she comes back to England or not is another thing. But she's having a jolly, jolly good time. So I'm going to do a bit more of Harriet. Anyhow, I hope you have all a wonderful week. Remember, if there is anything that you want me to talk about, I'm happy to talk about it. Just the email is usually underneath this video, or it's on the front of the YouTube page. You can do that if you don't want to put it in the comments. But if you want to, just put it in the comments. I don't mind. People can do that. or not. Okay, that's it. I'm buggering off now. And oh yes, I've been told I need to do this. Now, if you like what you are listening to, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you will get a notification next time I upload. Oh, look, I feel a bit silly saying that. Yeah, I do. But hey, apparently that is what you're supposed to do when you're vlogging and you want people to come and watch again. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do that every week and feel like a bit of a plank doing it. But hey, I'm going to do it. Anyhow, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering where I am, you will find the links to this in my blog as well as the outfit. But I'm actually at Luann's World. And I know she's in the process of changing it into winter theme. So feel free to come and have a look.
Maybe our lives were not meant to collide from the start, but who could foresee the fall? Maybe it's time to decide what to do with the fact that it happens to us all. From time to time it all comes around, and no one knows the end. We're all